Okay, so as you can see, I'm not in the inn. I thought I would just run here really quick and unlock the dungeon, and then queue up while I'm going to unlock the ability to glamour my stuff and dye it. But then I got here and realized there's like people around the entrance that I would want to talk to because these two are here again. Yeah, and I'm trying to pay attention to stuff like this. So this is the guy I talked to unlock the dungeon, and he just said, uh, oh, you should stay out of there, but oh wait, you're the adventurer who's supposed to go in, so go ahead. Um, so yeah, good luck in there, adventurer. We stone torches will continue our vigil here, lest the foe slip by you. And then, oh, I don't know who this is. Let's see. We stone torches are in charge of security within Copperbell Mines. Access is restricted until we can better assess what exactly has transpired here. Oh, inquire about entry. To assist our efforts, the stone torches are allowing a small yet capable party of adventurers to explore the shafts. In exchange for a report of their findings, these parties can claim whatever loot they discover within. Safety, however, cannot be guaranteed. Enter at your own risk. Then it just tells me I gotta be level 17. I have 90 minutes to do it. Alright, and these two. This is the grandpa and his granddaughter. I have been an adventurer for long years and borne witness to many pivotal moments in history. Though the times may have changed, the essence of our trade has not. Adventuring has ever been a quest for self-betterment through challenges, freely faced, and ever shall it remain so. As an adventurer becomes more experienced, he will naturally acquire a love of justice and an understanding of the spirit of self-sacrifice. Such experience cannot be measured in any tangible way, yet it most assuredly shapes who we are, grounded as it is in the decisions we have made on our journey, and their consequences, good or ill. I sense a light within you, young one, and it tells me that you are destined for greatness. Thanks, Grandpa. We found Dolus Bear and his entire party dead. What? The giants were thorough in their work. Judging by their tracks, it would seem they tried to rush a horde of creatures. I cannot say for sure what drove the experienced crew like theirs to throw caution to the wind, but I do have my suspicions. We are all our own worst critics, and our desire to better past achievements can rob us of good sense. Thus do we become more given to recklessness. While it is important to have goals, one must not fixate upon them to exclusion of all else. Do so, and one will surely pay the price, as Dolus Bear and his comrades did this day. I just talked to them. Weird. Like, I wouldn't have known all of this stuff, like, when I went through all this before, because I, like, never took the time to talk to, like, just people around, like, not realizing there's this whole, like, other story going on in the background. Oh, that's sad. They are really, wanting to be adventurers. Alright, I'll see how long the queue is. It's probably too long to just have video going while I'm waiting. 8 minutes. Yeah, I'll restart this once I actually get in. We're in already. That took like a minute. I could have just kept my video going. That's okay. They cut out the part of me running just down the road. The Copperbell Mines. Some food. Summon a carbuncle. Move my coffee away from my keyboard so I don't accidentally knock it over. I definitely didn't look into how to better play this class. Eventually I will. Got a sealed blasting door. It's sealed. Are we going in? We can't open it. This door is locked tight. Oh. There's a tiny key. Oops. We're all facing the wrong way. I wonder if these people are all new too. Usually, well, like in my last dungeon, it's like a race for who knows what to do more, pick up the key the quickest, and I think the whole dungeon took, what, like 11 minutes? So these aren't giants, though. That's the thing, is I don't know if I remember there being giants in here. But again, I don't pay that close of attention when I'm doing this stuff. Since I have aggro on some of these, I'm gonna guess the tank's new as well. Which is totally fine. Tanking is a hard job, especially if you're not super familiar with the dungeons. Like, if I know where I'm going, if I've done it like 100 times, then I'm totally fine to tank because I already know what I'm doing. But if I'm trying to like learn a dungeon and I'm the tank, it's too stressful for me. Like, too much responsibility to lead the group into the unknown. I can heal in those situations, no problem, but yeah, we all totally have no clue where to go. This is great. Okay. We're all new. Because I'm just usually a healer, I just follow the group around, mostly paying attention to health bars and not what we're doing. Okay, there's a giant. Okay, uh-oh. A giant smacking the wrong person. Now they're the right person. I'll finish this thing. Ow! It's gotta cleave, I guess. Ew. Summon my lightning carbuncle to fight that lightning sprite. I don't know if that's a thing in this game, that different types of damage do more or less depending on like the type of element you're fighting. I don't think it does. I know this isn't the way to go. That's okay though. I mean, it's our level of stuff too, so it's good experience. Wait. Yeah, okay. I'm second guessing myself now. But yeah, the more mobs we kill at this level, the better. I don't think I can actually see what level they are. search info. Oh, so they're like at level 27. They're level 24, okay. And they're level 23. And I don't think they have other characters, so, or other classes, so. Everybody's kind of new, that's great. Figure this is probably pretty rare. And I mean, technically I'm not new, but they don't know that. And obviously I don't have any idea what's going on more than they do. Although I might for the first boss. I think it's the first boss that's like the bomb one. Or maybe there's different versions of some of these dungeons too, so I think there's like a hard version of this that the fights are totally different. I think it's this one anyways. I'm not too sure. Can't go in there. Get that fire sand. It's important. Oopsies. Sorry, Tank, I hit the wrong one. Okay, gotta keep our eyes peeled for more blasting sand. Whoop. And for giant rocks blocking my path. Here's some. Then you put the powder in there, and then you hit the plunger. Oh yeah. Okay, so this isn't the boss I was thinking of. It might be the next boss. Or I might be remembering wrong. This one is so annoying. Unless you're like a melee, I think. Because just a bunch of Spriggans keep showing up that are like one-shottable until the boss eventually does show up. But if you have a cast time, then it's a pain. Or no AoEs, I guess is the thing. That's the thing I'm lacking. I wonder when I get my first AoE. That'll be nice. Maybe that's all? Oh, yeah, now we got Flame Boo. Uh-oh. Oh, no, that was just one Flame Boo. They'll keep coming until the bigger one comes. It's nice of them to point that out. I'm sure maybe they're panicking, like, what are we doing wrong? So the malevolent creation has definitely been here before. Kotos. Yeah, Kotos is a giant. Like, if you had asked me, like, what kind of monsters are in the Copperbell Mines, I would have been like, oh, there's, like, crystal crab things. And some Spriggans. No, the whole point is giants that were sealed down here for 3,000 years, and then the miners mined it too deep and woke them up and let them out, and they're pissed. I already got those earrings. Errant souls. So these are like ghosts of people or giants? Probably people. I find it weird that this Aether charge, like I have to actually be in combat with something. Like I have to have already hit it before I can use that on it. That takes some getting used to. Hey, I wouldn't have known that was there. Nice. Those the ones I already have? They are. I like elevators, what can I say? Oh, why is she crying? Maybe she doesn't like elevators. I don't think we have any powder. We gotta go get some, right? Yeah, we can't open it. We can't open it yet. We gotta go this way. Yeah. Big drop of fire sand for us. Got some more gear. Oh, I already got one of those. Is that enough yet? I don't know. Does it take 12? Yeah, I think it takes 12. This is adorable. I can't believe we have a full party of like newish people doing this. If the next boss is what I'm thinking though, like, I think it's kind of complicated. You put it in there? There you go. Yeah, we got this. So, this one, it's like, you can't kill him. You need to wait until the bombs show up. And then you need them to blow up, like, on him. Oh, okay, the blasting caps come out if you put that in there. Come here, bomb. Oh no, we killed it. Oh no. Oops. kill it slower. I think that was my bad. Come on, you. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, blow up. There we go. One more time, then we got them. Okay, don't run around too much. Yay, now we can kill them. I think I have those, yeah. You do it? You need, oh. This is sure complicated first dungeon, my god. I guess technically third, but I think if you start in Uldal, this is the first one you do, I think. This is like maze-like, I think. Oh well. Killing everything is good at this level. If I was level 90, it would be not so useful. Oops. Conjure white mage staff. I guess it's not really a maze if you look at the map, which yeah, kind of shows the way. Oh, here comes a giant! Watch out! The giant's smacking our healer. Watch out! The tank's not oblivious, which is like literally the most important thing about being a tank, is just being aware of when your party members are getting smacked. Oh man, I don't know how to do this fight in terms of actual mechanics. Anytime I've ever done it, it's just we like burn the boss down really fast, so slaves no more, free, free. Okay, now it makes sense why they're busting out of the walls. I guess the Great. So yeah, once he starts breaking dudes out of the walls, I don't know what happens if he actually does that. The only problem is he'll call other giants, and hopefully the other giants don't kill us without the tank noticing. Like this boy. Oh, right, they just go break other walls, so it doesn't matter. I think we'll be able to kill him fast enough. Oh, now an enemy approaches. Do they? Do they know? I don't see another one. Oh, he came out of that wall. And then he just goes and breaks other walls, I guess. Okay, hold him still. I got this. What the? That didn't do any damage. Oh. Mine is like a buff, I guess. Interesting. Well, now I know. What a lame limit break that is. Yay, we did it. Always so caps locky. Good job, tank. You did good. Speed on that. You guys can have that if you want. I'm not concerned about it. Alright, and another dungeon all done. We did it. Alright, I want to go do this Color Your World quest. I gotta learn how to dye my gear. Who knows, maybe it'll be an interesting story behind it, because I definitely didn't pay attention when I did it the first time. Oh, I got this cloak. I really like this one. It's really cute. I actually kept this for a long time, like, even as I got to be higher level. Oh, now I'm starting to look like a badass adventurer. not get murdered by stuff through here. What the? I guess I'm level 26. That stuff's no match for me. So I'm level 26 and I'm doing level 17 quests. So main story is really good for leveling. I mean, I've done 3 dungeons, I guess, in there, so. Hello, I know I'm not really supposed to be here yet, but I really need to dye my gear. You colorful lady look like you're the one to talk to. There's no aetheryte here, so... Oh, if I had a glamour and color your world. Okay. Sweargium wants to show you a whole new world of color. You there, yes you, the decisively fashionable adventurer. Wait, decisively unfashionable? What the... Did you see my new... Do you see your... Gods be good, never in my life have I seen such an unapologetic focus on function at extreme cost of form. The mere sight of you fair makes my eyes bleed. As a lover of all things aesthetically pleasing, I cannot in good conscience allow you to continue roaming the realm in that sorry state. I believe your appearance can yet be salvaged through the use of color. I will teach you how to go about dyeing your outfit, but first I must have a drink. The heat has given me a vicious thirst that I won't be able to talk for any length of time. Be a dear and buy me a bottle of orange juice at the stall by the northern gates, would you? Once I have moistened my throat, we'll see to the business of remedying your appearance. I don't know, I'll get you some orange juice. Purchase items. Excuse me, do you have orange juice? You do. Alright. Well, in here, let's get some food so we can keep getting our buffs. So if they gave us raisins, they are spell speed, vitality, and direct hit. So what else has that? Skill speed. Spell speed, vitality, crit. Alright, it is pearl chocolate. Pearl chocolate it is. How much is 99 gonna cost me? I'll take it. I just made that Lalafel's day. Pray tell, have you brought my orange juice? Lest you have forgotten, the merchant who sells it can be found just inside the northern gates. I got your orange juice, don't worry about it. Gulp. Phew, that's a relief. Finally, I can teach you how to bring color into your life. Listen well. There are handy items called colorants which allow folk to dye their outfits a veritable rainbow of colors. These colorants are so simple to use, adventurers have no excuse to be fashion unconscious. Lest you worry that dyeing will affect your garment's precious properties, you may rest assured it will not. The practicality you adventurers love so much will not suffer for change in appearance, a change for the better. It should also gladden you to know garments can be dyed repeatedly, so there is no fear of getting locked into one color. The garish pink that seemed like such a wonderful idea after a dozen glasses of red can be undone. And that is all you need to know about dyeing gear. Now, what are you waiting for? Get out there and bring some color into your life. And I get ice blue and bone white and rose pink. Yay! Thank you. Now let's glamours. Swigrim wishes to impart to you her knowledge of glamours. Oh dear, 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 this will never do. My sense of aesthetics simply won't allow it. How can you go out dressed like that? I should have talked to her before I put this new robe on, because this one's cool. My dear, if only you'd spare a thought for style and coordination. I hope your garb holds up during a scuffle, because there's little else going for it. That's it, I've made up my mind. From this day forth I will take it upon myself to save you from any more fashion disasters. Let me see. So much that needs to be addressed. Where to even begin? Be a dear and get me a drink. I'm feeling rather parched, and this is a matter best discussed over a glass of something cold. Just go to the Pist Passate and ask full Slind. I'll have some blood orange juice and tell her to make sure there's no pulp in it. Now off you go. Where? Oh, is this like a pub? Guys, I think you need a better name for your pub. You look awfully sober. Might we be able to fix that? Oh, swear Grim sent you, did she? That woman, I've never known anyone so lazy. Would have killed her to come get it herself. It is legit right here. Here you are. You shouldn't let her push you around, you know. Give her an ailment, she'll take a malm. Yeah, that's a saying I've heard. How can you say I don't have fashion at this moment? Look at me. I look like the most fashionable adventurer. So how's that drink coming along? Here you go. Oh, delicious. Nothing better on a hot day. Some say I have expensive taste, but life's too short to settle for second best. Of course, this extends to my choice of wardrobe, too. Now that I'm feeling refreshed, shall we get started? Do you know, dear, you'd look a lot less drab if you knew how to apply glamours? What's a glamour, you ask? Well, they use glamour prisms as a catalyst to project the image of one item onto another. It's just an illusion, mind, but very convincing. This means the original object stays essentially the same, it just takes on a new appearance, that's all. Remember, if you fancy a change, you don't have to stick with the same glamour, just apply another one on top or use a glamour dispeller to return the object to normal. Why sacrifice style for such humdum trifles as durability or protection from bodily harm? Limited possibilities for self-expression are just a couple of glamours away. Go ahead, give it a try, and do make it quick, dear, for my sake. I'm finding your uninspiring attire more and more offensive with each passing moment. Oh, and I get the green beret. That's gonna go perfect with what I'm wearing. Oh, I bet bunnies can't wear it, though. We'll see. Glamour dressers in rooms are now available. You may use dressers to transform the items into glamours and create ensembles for quick and easy use. Yay! What other kind of quest do you have? Absolutely glamorous. This quest is not available yet. Requires Disciple of the Hand. Oh, they teach you how to craft those. Oh, that would be handy, probably. I just buy them. Actually, they're not very expensive, so I already bought 99 of them. Can I? Nope. Green Beret doesn't show up. That's okay. How much longer does this thing work? Level 25 and below. It's time for a new hat. Alright. We've done it. We've unlocked glamours. Everything's going to be different from now on. Although I think this outfit's really cute. I'm probably going to wear this for a bit. Because I really like it. Okay. Back to Ul'dah. No, I won't use a ticket because it's only 93 gil. Did it say 93 or 193? No. I've got lots of money. It's fine. I bought all my friends a flying bed for their Christmas presents this year. It's like a flying bed mount. It's funny. I don't have one for myself yet, but that's fine. Oh? What the? Is it duty to turn this in? Okay. The Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ul'dah will have materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Shan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. Was that it? No? Okay. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with my own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades. You know, help keep the streets safe from law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. I think someone needs to get beat up. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 as me witness. Oh, and well, duh, everyone just looks the other way. Except for me. This bunny girl. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on me mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with coin I saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. Oh, you guys are gonna regret seeing me. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? Huh? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach him a lesson. I'm gonna give you more scars on your face. Maybe. If it's not scripted that I fail. Okay, no. You sons of bitches. Not bad for an adventurer. Oops. Wait, I have other abilities I've never noticed. Good thing these guys don't hit hard at all. Who's next? Oh. You're lucky I don't get to beat you up. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hells do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. Oh, just a second, I'm getting an echo headache. I'm going to see into your past. It's going to be really awkward. I swear there are more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. It's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced, Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it is natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass plates would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire, patrolling the streets for riffraff. It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. Sigh, what will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your Dodo tenderloins, guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madame. Please come again. She did pay for it. Looking around, you'd think Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery, but peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Madame, are you alright? Huh? Yep, I'm fine. You did pay for your tenderloin. Good stuff. What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless civilian? Oh, man. I'm going to kick your ass. What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Your haircut's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Grr, I will overlook this, but just this once. God bless ye, adventurer. If ye hadn't come along when ye did, who knows what that monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about it. You're welcome. Enjoy your dinner with your kids. Ever the selfless hero, I see. Y'shtola! It's been a while, adventurer. I have been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa Lominsa. You discharged your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you have displayed unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you have demonstrated all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. For reasons I cannot well explain, your every deed seems invariably to serve the general good, whether you mean it to or not. It is a happy knack, and one which speaks volumes for your character. Are you about to invite me to become a scion? Yet for all your admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues me most. I speak of the visions you experience, visions like the one you had mere moments ago, if I am not mistaken. I can provide you with the means to understand them. An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the selfsame talent, you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fight for a common cause, a cause which would greatly benefit from your support. Oh, are you going to introduce me to Minfilia? If you would agree to lend us your strength, we should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavors. Think of my offer a while. Should you decide to accept it, pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of the Quicksand is a close friend and ally of ours. Okay, Y'shtola. Inform her that you have been chosen by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. Oh, that's so, bittersweet. Just invited to the Scions. In, the very end of the game, you get to answer the question, how do you feel about joining the Scions? Do you regret doing what I'm about to do right now and becoming a member? And you can say it's the best decision I ever made, which is totally what I said. I mean, I don't think you can be like, fuck you guys, no, I hated it. But, yeah. It's cute. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee. Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Okay. Ah, Bunifer, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off the carriage adventurer. But, gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. You're every ilm the adventurer Mjorne said you'd be, Bunifer. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Hey, Edda. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me. I do know you. But I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania we were in Gridania when the leader of her party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. Oh, I didn't know that. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. I remember him. He would sing your praises from dusk to dawn. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would one day be like you. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired just as Avir once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first and ask your name. My name's Bunifer Bells. Nice to meet you, Edda. I am hoping you're not who I think you are. Thank you, Bunifer Bells. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Oh, I hope I don't meet you in the circumstance that I think I'm going to meet you. Adventuring can be a cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with your lot. Thought it might be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Bunifer. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Hey, what do you say? You want to know about the signs of the seventh dawn? I mean, yes, so, Y'shtola sent me here to ask about the signs of the seventh dawn. They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Bunifer, the Science ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Yup. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise. I swear, if I painted certain death on the door and limitless wealth on the other, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of bleeding bleeding old Dan. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Science of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who have made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't some small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Bunifer. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself, as you can probably imagine. It's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. Crap, I was just there, learning how to dye my gear. Oh well. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Waking Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Bunnifer, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them as helped make you into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. I didn't know I had to go right back there right now. At least I got the Aetheryte on the way. To Horizon. Oh. Look, it's Papalimo, Yida, Thancred, and Yustola. You guys are gonna be my best friends. Sadly, we don't meet my favorite Scions for 2 expansions. 3 for my favorite one. Poor Brassblade was fighting those when I went by last. It's a hard life. When do I get to mount? What the heck? I'm level 26. I must be missing something. I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't think I ran around this much. I think I had a Chocobo by now. Well, I wonder what I should name my Chocobo. My main character's one is named Chococabra. I thought that was clever. I wonder what color I should make it. If I make him pink, like my other one, it would totally clash with my hair. So I'll have to choose a different color. Or I wonder if you get to choose the color, or if it's just by chance. I feel like I chose pink. Hey, I'm back. Oh. Oh, Tataru. Tataru. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Trollololololo, lololo. Wow. Cough. I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... I'm supposed to be here. Yustola told me to come here. Here at the behest of Yustola. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Yes, it is Bunnifer Bells. Bunnifer Bells, Bunnifer Bells. Here you are. Ahem, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. You will be of great assistance. The antecedents is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Yeah, what's she called? The antecedent? Okay. I'm not really sure what that means. I know who it is. I don't know what it means. Thanks, Tataru. Oh, my first time going into the Waking Sands. I better RP walk this situation. Oh, I forgot I have another door to go through. I take it you are Bunnifer Bells. Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. Ooh, what do I get? Nothing. My stuff's better. Oh, hi everyone!
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much.
Oh, That's
Well
me.
met, friend. My name is Minthelia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Hi.
I have awaited your coming.
There's Urianger.
Please, be at ease. You are among friends here.
I know.
No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space? A mind without a body?
Yes.
All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul. A power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power. And this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose.
Yeah.
That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea.
So there's this person named Hades, which I'm trying to marry, but it's really complicated because they're from the past, but also they're in the present, but also they're someone else, but also they're the same person. It's really complicated, but that's why I'm here.
But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it?
Oh, true. I guess my real purpose is to save the world, but on a personal level, it's all about Hades.
And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will go unrewarded. Oh, no, naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied to you. And I know who their biggest patron is, because I found out in Endwalker. They're so cute. The right to employ retainers, for example, are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. Ooh, I get to make a retainer. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. My pleasure. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. That is true, they let me sell stuff to other players. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I'm sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know your purpose and what we can offer you. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have a chance, when you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censor. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. Hiring a retainer. Yeah, I know. Oh. Okay, let's talk to Y'shtola first. Our organization, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, was formed through the union of two separate entities. The first was comprised of the Sharlayan natives, such as myself, and was called the Circle of Knowing. The second made up of individuals that share our rare gift, known as the Path of the 12. The terrible events that ushered in the Seventh Emerald Era taught us that only together may we stand against the evil that seeks to consume us. I don't think I realized that she's from Sharlayan. Hi, Thancred. Summoning a primal is no small feat. It requires a tremendous concentration of aether, which is why the beast tribes go to such lengths to obtain crystals. Once they manifest in physical form, their unquenched thirst for aether only grows. They would drink the land dry with nary a thought to the consequences. Considering their fearsome strength, it could be well within their ability to do so. It is for this reason we must do our utmost to oppose them. That's all you have to say? No sass for me or like anything? Alright. Oh, I know the secrets of you too. This place is called the Waking Sands, and it is our headquarters. It used to be somewhere else, you know, but then a bunch of things happened and we ended up here instead. You're gonna end up somewhere else too. Well, there are others who possess the echo. None are near as strong as you with the power, hence our extremely high expectations of you. Oh, hi, Oriange. Seventh waning moons see 7 suns rise, divine order royals fall and corpses writhe. Thus the divine chronicles seek to warn us once more. The meaning of these words how now shines clear. They invoke the dire circumstances of this imperialist age. I feel like you're not talking right. There needs to be a lot more thys and ifs in there. Oh, there's a doth. Okay. The realm doth shudder and twist, and the light lieth cowering near this shifting blanket of night. And we abide, we wait the coming of the unborn era seed, the light which shall pierce the glowering darkness. Ominous Oriange. We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it is that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Bunifer. There's no answer for what mine is. I will go whither the wild rose blossoms. Yours is no small endeavor. The dangers are great. Nothing. You just gave me the code word, so I'll use it. I will go whither the wild rose blooms. More cutscenes.
take it you will help us.
I will.
Wonderful. I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order.
Oh,
Tell
okay.
me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells?
It does. I know all about it. It's a place far away. You have to take a boat there, and it's like the seat of knowledge in Eorzea. There's lots of super smart people there, and they have this big statue that's always dumping water into the ocean. And they got like schools and stuff.
It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea.
Like Louiswell.
When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popolimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
So if you start a character that starts in Gridania, then they're the Scions that you first meet.
Hello there.
Hello.
Welcome!
Thank you.
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Yes, if you start at Ul'dah, then Thancred's the one you get to know first.
Welcome to the team.
That's not your voice. I guess obviously they changed in the last 12 years or whatever.
If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Yep,
Greetings.
I know you already.
I have been expecting you.
I know.
Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I'm glad of our meeting.
I wonder if anyone's the same voice actor as in the end. Y'shtola sounds like herself.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we
Yeah,
did not stray from our purpose.
Louiswell.
We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm.
Where's the twins, though?
Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Wait. It's Tataru? Oh, Tataru. I've been saying your name wrong for 10 years. Tataru. Sorry, Tataru.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family.
Oh, I will.
But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure.
No, don't let him talk. It's
Some
weird.
days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the immortal flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye. The evidence left behind implicates the Emoja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
Through the first mission, you will come to understand the nature of our struggle with the primals. The realm may appear well on its way to recovery, but reality paints a far bleaker picture. The truth is out there, Bonifer, and I would have you discover it for yourself. Thancred. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will fulfill our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on the caravan, our friends at the what did he call it? Amagina and Sons mineral concern have doubted security over all their have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that could seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Okay. Can I go through this door? No, it's locked? Alright. Okay. I'll go do this stuff. Hey, Stola. Our organization, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, was formed through the union of two separate entities. The first was comprised of the Sharlayan natives such as myself, and was called the Circle of Knowing. The second made up of individuals that share our rare gift, known as the Path of the Twelve. You just said this. The terrible events that ushered in the Seventh Emerald Era taught us that only together may we stand against the evil that seeks to consume us. Okay, yeah, you said that already. Hey. You're from the boat. Don't mind me, lass. I'm just here to deliver a shipment. Now, where shall I tell him to put it? What? Oh, wait. You're not from the boat. You're from the carriage if I come into Ul'dah first, so you don't actually know me. Alright. Hi, everyone. Hey. Hey, I know you. They say that those of us who have seen the dream are chosen, that we have within us the seed of greatness, that we could be heroes. Even me, an Alamegan half-breed, cast out when his mother could no longer stand the sight of him, a half-breed who once took to banditry just to eat. I'm sure I'm just brimming with heroic potential. Oh, I know you too. The robberies and disappearances, the Amalja are the most likely culprit, wouldn't you agree? Then again, this is Thanalan. One cannot discount the possibility that moneyed interests are involved. I don't know you. Heh, so this boy has Garlean blood in him. Can't say I'm surprised. Everyone knows what happens when a city is sacked, even if the bards chose to admit that part. But Arnvald shouldn't be pitied. Boys like him have a clean slate, an opportunity to write their own story, free of ties that bind the common man. I agree. I don't know you either. Why don't any of these blokes know who I am? Sorry. I was one of them Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Only we didn't have such a fancy name back then, and the headquarters was in a far more convenient location. At least I think it was. Or is me mind playing tricks on me? Gods, what's wrong with me? Why can't I remember it more clearly? Sorry, I didn't know you. Oriange? Oh, you're just reading those crazy... Okay. Thus the Divine Chronicles seek to warn us once more. The meaning of these words now shines clear. They invoke the dire circumstances of this imperiled age. The realm doth suffer, the shudder and twist, and the dawn lieth covering near the shifting, stifling blanket of night. And we abide, we await the coming of the unborn era's seed, the light which shall pierce the glowing darkness. Glowing darkness. You said that already. Okay, so do you guys all just say the same stuff you just said? Well, there are others who possess the echo, none are near as strong as you with the power, hence our extremely high expectations of you. This place is called the Waking Sand, and it's our headquarters. It used to be somewhere else, you know, but then a bunch of things happened and we ended up here. Okay, you guys are just saying the same stuff you already said. You're just in different locations. Ugh, can't go in there. Bye, Taptaroo. Sorry about the pronunciation all these years. Alright, where are we going? Is it here? Somewhere? Wait, is it in Ul'dah? No. That's another quest. Oh, Camp Drybone. Okay, I haven't been there yet. So... it's Eastern Thanalan. Which I can get to from... How am I supposed to get there from here? I guess I've got to go through Blackbrush Station and then get there? Because the Black Shroud is farther. Okay, we'll go from Ul'dah then. Let me look up how to get a chocobo. Alright, as you can see, I've started to make the journey to, where am I? Central Thanalan? No, Eastern Thanalan. To Camp Drybone. It actually wasn't as much of a run as I thought it was going to be. The zones aren't, like, huge, I guess. I looked it up, and I don't have access to a chocobo yet. I have to finish the story quest up to level 20. So this one's only 17? Yeah, so I've got some ways to go. Then I won't have to walk anymore. But that's why I haven't been able to figure it out. It's because it's not available to me yet. Yay, I made it to the new place. Attune first, so I don't forget. I am Isambard, here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I will do all I can to see the victims safely returned. Glamour Dispeller in case I need to fix my outfit. Let us get right to it then. Minfilia names Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by the Amalja hands. Levied on these lands by Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of Saint Adama. Adama Landama. Innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalja still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amalja seek in this area. I just got here and I'm on corpse collection? Bummer. Alright. How do I get out of here? Hello, Billy. Hello, Nanny. Hey, where's Blue? What is that? Oh, a flipped over wagon. Oh, ripe corpses. Oh, God. I forget how to character. There's more. What the? Oh, there's another person here. Hello. You're on corpse collection duty as well, huh? Got the corpses. Whee! I'm back with 3 corpses. It's good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Yeah, they're flowers. Here you go. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Oh, maybe was I burying them? That would make more sense. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities. Excuse me. Such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. So there were Amalja remaining. After all, I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day, and even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find reasons for these vanishing. 12 forbid it be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Alright. What does his note say? A few words scrawled in code by Isambard of Drybone. He's got to write in code? Oh my god, I recognize that douchey hair. Well, gods be damned, you're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ulda. What in the seven hells do you want now? Take this letter, you dick. Dear friend, Belch, missing people, please help. Hiccup, yours, Isambard. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What with all the disappearances, you can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Please, miss, just leave me be. Okay. I have nothing to say but this. I'll take who, or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. Okay. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Aww. People here are real cheerful. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. Hiccup. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and move to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. I do know what you're saying. I like Costa del Sol. I totally unlocked glamour, and I got money to make myself an outfit, and I got dyes, and I just want to wear this. It's just the outfit I got for adventuring, and I love it. Welcome back, Bunifer. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. You're gonna make me listen on their confessions? If we would know more what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than at the church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here, and so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be born to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquez, and he tends the graves at the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Oh my god, I gotta drag this corpse up there? I like that it's only a flower icon. I actually really like this area up here. The little graveyard and church is really cute. See, it's just like a little graveyard. Oh. Oh no. How am I to pay off my husband's debts, or my debts now husband's? Oh gosh. I really didn't ever pay attention to this stuff. Though I'm not qualified to assist with the rites, I offer what assistance I can to the priests. Sometimes I wonder if I'm just getting in the way, though. Ever has man sought to better his life, all too often at the expense of his brother. That desire and hope can beget suffering, and death is a regrettable yet undeniable truth. I wonder if there's anyone I recognize around here. I don't think so. What are you doing? Okay, I'm not gonna start talking to every single NPC in the game. I just thought maybe one of those like adventuring parties I keep running into would be around here, since a bunch of them died. I am Marquez, yes. A body, of course. There have been so many bodies as of late. I apologize, Miss... Wait a second! I know you! What the... What are you doing here? You're not Marquez. What are you doing in this graveyard, Sid? What are you... Okay. I apologize, miss. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. Bury him well and give his soul peace, then we will talk. Well, I definitely missed this going through the story the first time. What are you doing in a graveyard in the middle of nowhere, Sid? Just putting this embalmed corpse out of my pocket and into the ground. Oh! Oh no! What? Oh. Oh, okay. To your dead body I just put here, I hope you find peace in the afterlife, and I hope that you're not too offended that I just dropped your dead body here and put rocks on it. Wait, I didn't mean to take a picture. And yeah, screenshot failed because there's not enough space on my hard drive because I took too many photos. I have to change where they're backed up. So I threw that corpse on the ground and put rocks on it. May they walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Orson can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though pardon me, you will find Sister Orson within the church walls. Ooh, are you still... Okay, yeah, maybe you're like in hiding and people don't know who you are because technically you're Garlean. You got that hood on, but people can still see your fancy goggles. You need a better disguise, Sid. Alright, I'll talk to this sister. And of course we're nice. We're not the Garleans. They're the jerks. Okay. I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when you next see him. You seek knowledge of missing Drybone inhabitants? It is true, I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them and they me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do so. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. Sigh, I only wish Marquez? Yeah, Marcuse? Marcuse. I only wish Marcuse, aka Sid in hiding, would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did not Pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems now to prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marcuse, and soon. Thancred took offense at his conduct. I guess Thancred probably knows what he is, or who he is. I don't know. I don't know this part of the story yet. You have troubled yourself to come all this way. I wonder if I might not trouble you a bit further. As you well know, we keep a lich yard here. The scent of death's decay draws blowfly swarms, which are unclean as they are unwelcome. Slay 5 of these pestilent swarms, and the church will be in your debt. Alright, I can kill some bugs, no problem. Am I just taking is this just a random quest I just picked up? What in the... It is. Well, I get dye for it, so I'm doing it. Go, Carbuncle, go. We need some white dye. I mean, plus also we're helping the church. Oh, the next blowfly, I get to summon my Emerald Carbuncle for the first time. Let's see him. Ooh, nice. He does wind stuff. What else does he do? Or then I can do wind stuff? I don't know. Is that what I'm doing with this? Is that wind stuff? I don't know. He was cool though. I liked him. One more swarm of blowflies, and then I get some white dye. You gotta have your priorities as an adventurer. Yeah, there's missing people. The realm's in danger and all that. But this guy's saying he's gonna give me some dye if I kill some flies. The world can wait. Don't ride your chocobo in a church. Thank you, friend. If the swarms were to spread their pestilence at the church unchecked, before long we would need to mourn the mourning. For the time being, at least, the grieving can pray in peace for their dead to cross over safely. Thal bless you. And you, thank you for the dye. Alright. It's all wrong. I should have... Oh. Who are you mourning, I wonder? I'm not sure. You can find supplies down in camp. Oh, okay, thank you. Ooh, that's a cool sword. Electric-y. Thank you, Benifer. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Benifer? Hello, Thancred. I hope you will explain why you don't like Cid at this point in time. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to his notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration? Prayer? Penance? Object deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession, the good sister Orson herself? Really? We're gonna listen to some confessions? Orson, she wouldn't, she couldn't. Oh, like she's the one stealing people? Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marcuse, I'd swear the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. I think you have. I'll take the money. Sister Orson, it cannot be, though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no, it could not be she, could it? Sigh, I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy Bonifer and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. Okay, where's he? Way up there. Oh. I decided to put this little picture in the corner of my character to cover the chat because I joined a free company earlier on this character. I wasn't going to, but someone messaged me and they seemed really nice, so I joined. And then they gave me 150,000 gil, and then they were just all really nice to me and welcomed me to the guild and stuff, and said if I needed help with anything, they're happy to help. And then I realized they think I'm brand new to the game, which makes sense because on this character I'm a sprout, and I felt kind of bad because I'm not new to the game. And they said something about don't worry, we won't give you any spoilers. Thank you. But I'm new. This person's new. Other than giving myself 1,000,000 gil, I'm not gonna help myself out in any other way. I guess that's really the only way too, but please help. Sister Orson went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order of the Other Side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it, but what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. Okay. Yeah, it's a super cute, new little free company that has, 11 members. I like it. Neat. Rotting pikemen. So, undead. Are you okay? I heard you were looking for a shiny thing and then there was these, zombie dudes hanging out here. You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Okay. Now I could run all that way. Or I could just teleport for 70 gil. once I get my chocobo, I'll do less teleporting. Maybe. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods forbid. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in the doing so, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. That is true. Thancred seems to be off the mark on this one. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injury from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Alright, I'll go find Thancred. Can I get out this way, or is this like some secret underground? Okay, no. What do you say when I walk by you? What business do you have in the barracks? None. I thought that was the way out. I'm sorry. See, I should know what that is over there. Like, there was the same kind of thing in Limsa, but it was a different color. But I don't know what it is. I wonder if it has to do with the primal, maybe? I mean, it's obviously been there this whole time. I've just never paid attention to what it is. Ah! Mongrels! Not mongrels. See, third grade. Hello. Ah, there you are, Bunifer. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as his encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Bunifer. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Sure, I know. You're a sneaky boy. You can't. You're not gonna like face things head on. You like to sneak around. Ready, Blue? A queer leaflet. Let me see this. That's all? Okay. Oh, a dragoon. They look fancy. What's a level 53 doing here, fighting those guys? Thancred, I found a queer missive. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? Or a queer leaflet? Here you go. This leaflet, see the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naldthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. Am I going to spend 70 gil to get there? Ugh. I only have 958,980 gil left. Oh, also it's up in the graveyard, so it's extra far. Totally worth teleporting. Wait, why is it telling me to go down? Because she's not at the church. She's in the inn. I forgot. Sorry, is this not the inn? I'm real lost. I need some coffee or something. Here we go. Excuse me. Do you know where a Sister Ursund is? Oh, here she is. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? I have this. Have you seen this before? It looks suspicious. What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? Ooh. Probably. The plot thickens, Bunifer. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt and irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how to best handle this. For now, tell Isambard that what we have learned here. Okay. Who would do such a thing? Okay, feel better. Oh, excuse me. One word about my apron and you'll be on the menu. Welcome to the Eternal Sleep. What kind of inn name is that? I don't know. This place is pretty morbid. Hi, welcome to town. Can you go pick up some dead bodies for us? Posing as a priest, to think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Bunifer. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. You guys are giving me stuff that I already have better of, so I'll just take the money. Plus my outfit looks awesome. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Bunifer and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more capable of looking after yourselves. Yes, more than capable of it. Yes, we are. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Bunifer. So as to lay the foundation of our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Okay, I can do it. I will roleplay as a poor person. I can handle it. These? Oh, I'm just a poor person. I need some work. I have no money. Oh, sorry. Don't mind me. I was crying. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for you. Begone, and see it to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Oh, okay. I preach the teachings of Azima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to its light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Okay. It's Ermagerd! Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows at the pond north of Sandgate. Alright. Well, somebody else is here I have to talk to. Oh, maybe he's up there. Or here? Oh, it's just another door to the saint. Sorry, Ermagerd. Leaving. Here you are. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? What did you say to me? Fine, I'll go find my muddy pond. Is this pond underground? Sorry, sir, I seem to have fallen onto your chocobo. You're not a pond. I'm getting ahead of myself. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Probably a stupid story anyways. Thancred, people are rude to poor people. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Bunifer. Excuse me. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants, and though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach to that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. That's fine. These don't look too bad, actually. Probably because I have my sweet boots going on still. Now we gotta go to the pond. Looking good, Thancred. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? Indeed. You look absolutely smashing, Bonifer. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, I'm so depressed and don't have money. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls, this is no way for men to live, no way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nuldal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teaching of Nuld. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would make a god-awful mummer Ungust. Nope. You have made a god's awful mummer Ungust? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Oh, because it's Ungust. He's under there. Oh my god. I couldn't see his stupid hair, so I didn't know who it was. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I am a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised here, if not born. Some months ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm, plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them. Few as they were, everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for the crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence. You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your people? Speak. The mumble was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrifice innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves for the gods. Not you again. Were you the one leaking the immortal flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter, there will be time enough to learn the truth. Sob. Bonifer, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? Okay. I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Okay, definitely don't feel bad if you gotta, rip off some fingernails and stuff. He seems like a really awful person, so I feel like torture is justified in this case. Is that cruel? I don't know. Okay, so I noticed something. I have something called Vesper Bay Aetherite tickets. So can I just... Oh! Cool. I wonder how you would get those. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter for the future, but for right now that's really handy. Oh god. Oh god, don't let her see me dressed like this. Nothing to see here. I'm dressed good. Hello, Tataru. Welcome back, Bunifer. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for the cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with I will have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots. He is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. Yeah, a method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. Oh my god, I need coffee. I'm getting so tired. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate this craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. Okay, I'm pretty sure he's going to teach me how to put materia into stuff, so that'll be good. It's hard to read out loud when you're so tired. Alright, teleporty time. I don't see a plume of smoke, but I do see an icon on my map. Oh, now I see it. Mutamix Bubblypots. Flush School. Who is this uplander come to tent ring of Mutamix Bubblypots? I brought you Minfilia's dagger. Fidgety tool drinks in air itself. Drinks in air itself? When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stonyshime, name of Materia. If Materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes 42 gains power of airy self. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yes, I am. That's why I gave you her dagger. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamix. Yes? Yes, I brought you this dagger. Fighty Tool is unstrong as Eating Tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia. The materia master. Now, eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool. Yes, materia join with Fighty Tool. Fighty Tool gains power of materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric contours of a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with the owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbued the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that old dagger of yours from somewhat as would have just struggled to cut a steak into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia. Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. Got it. I can understand that more than I can understand the pirate talk. So does that mean I can put materia into my own stuff? I don't need a melder? I always just go to the melders. Oh, it lets you take the stuff out? Okay. What would you say if I told you that inanimate objects can possess a soul? They can, believe it or not, although the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armor that we come to hold our spiritual energy. Thus do we form a spirit bond with them. The spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance its properties. I am well versed in the ways of material extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it would be my pleasure to teach you. You are ready to commence your learning. Good. As you will have gathered by now, materia is the crystallized form of one's spiritual energy. As this energy is derived from an individual's psyche, a volatile beast at the best of times, a degree of variance is to be expected in this production. In practice, this means that you won't know the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped, see, and this is achieved by melding it into gear. Know, though, that it takes the deft hands of a craftsman to meld materia. You can always seek others to attach materia on your behalf, but if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you speak with Phobos. Melding is her field of expertise. If you wish to remove materia from an item, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, I know how to do that. I see. So they teach me how to extract it. She'll teach me how to put it in, but only if I know crafting, which I don't. Alright. Back to that place. So I'll use another ticket. Because how many do I have? 11? Yeah, sure. Satoru. Welcome back, Bunifer. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. It did. I put materia in your dagger. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. I am sure you are aware the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Bunifer, so make it your ally. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. I get a new weapon? Nice. It looks the same as my other book. Word has arrived at from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. The Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance. The Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Bunifer. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such a time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you to save some for him, such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Alright. Teleporty time. Hello, Flame Sergeant. Ah, you're Bunifer Bells of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture the Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owning the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more from the Amalja's plot if the mission succeeds, Bunifer. Let's make sure it does. You got it. Do I have any salute yet? I know I don't have the salute. Yes, I have this. Salute you. Where is it? Okay, it's way up there. Not at the church. Nope, this way. Ah! I still ended up at the church. Oh, come on, don't make me go all the way around. Come on, I haven't been doing Leap of Faith all this time. There we go. I've learned a thing or two about leaping. we got imps. Good thing they're really low level compared to me. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. Wah! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. That double-crossing, goofy-haired... traitorous flame soldier. Ha 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 ha. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? 'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Ha ha ha. Aye, your every moment was known to me ahead of time. He he he. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. I told Thancred you should have taken your fingernails. Quit stabbing me. I don't know if I'm supposed to be killing the main guy or just whoever. all of you. Bring it on. Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Okay. I actually don't know him. Behind you. Oh no, what happened? Bring her. Man, he's creepy. The rest of you march. Traitorous scum. Game over. I fear the Amalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die as a soldier's death with steel in my hand. Ooh, the Bowl of Embers now accessible. I gotta do the Bowl of Embers? Ooh. Cool. Alright. I wonder what the time's gonna be like on it. Average wait time 5 minutes. It is the only way for me to escape. Please, everyone, queue for the Bowl of Embers. I had to sit here by the water with this poor flame pirate for like 12 minutes waiting for this. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Lord Ifrit of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. I'm going to go through this as fast as I can because I know that people will be waiting for me to watch it. Oh shit! Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you the ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathenous souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. Ugh. Yeah, burn him. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but the servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the right of summoning the souls of the unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, my breath I claim you. Arise once more for the Lord's minions. Feed the flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall be reborn. Haha, almighty Ifrit. My one true god. Your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? By the light. Could it be? Your souls already belong to another. Yes, that must be the only explanation. Nope. I have the echo. You can't make me love your primal. I forget what it's called. Forsooth, my frail mortal fame can serve as a vessel for the blah 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 again, blah 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 blah. Oh my god, this is such a long cutscene. Are they waiting for me? Okay, I get the gist of it. Holy moly. Did they wait? Oh my god, did we lose everyone? Why is there only 4 people? He actually is dying like so fast. Do we only need 4 people? I don't know. That is such a long cutscene to like make people wait. That's crazy. maybe it's only a party of 5. I don't know, but basically they enthrall people. That's what primals do. So like you can't like be around them like any human because they'll be enthralled. So you'll just like worship them basically. But people who have the blessing of the light, like I do and like Minfilia does, are immune to that. I also think it's like part of Hydaelyn's thing. It's like Hydaelyn's blessing. Oh shit, Infernal Nail! I didn't notice it. If we don't kill the Infernal Nail in time, we all blow up at this part. But I totally didn't help in killing it. I gotta move my targeting thing over here so I can actually see behind my emotes. Okay, Ifrit is super, super easy on this. I thought there was like a big party, but I guess maybe there's only 5 people and they were super nice to wait for me for that whole cutscene that I still ended up skipping through. Take that, Ifrit. Now I get a red crystal. Yeah, I actually think it's like a Hydaelyn protection spell or something maybe that keeps them from being able to... What did I say it was called? I forget already. Tempering, that's what it is. I can't be tempered by primals. Ooh, I got red and blue. Pray forgive my lateness. Oh, Thancred, for goodness sakes. Yeah, it's cool, man. I just had to kill a primal. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Nice one, Thancred. Phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Bonifer. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings. Or more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. Whose little foots are those? Is that a Nero I see? Oh wait, it says Nero in the text. Duh. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking the Uldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. That's Livia. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland. Given the troubles at court, we have only ourselves to rely on. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. So promise me you'll never change. Oh my god. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective, Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Yep. Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task that is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. Oh, snap. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Yeah, she's in love with Gaius. Everyone's gone. I can't even commend them for being so sweet and nice. Ah, there you are, Bunifer. Come rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds, for once a man is tempered, once a man's tempered, you can't really help them. They just want to serve that god, and they can't think of anything else. But it still suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is a deed of no ordinary individual, Bunifer. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Alright. What the? That person's wearing the same outfit as me. Back to the Waking Sands. I will use my... for the Waking Sands, I don't feel awake. What's up, Tataru? I just killed a god, no big deal. Oh, wait, I guess primals aren't actually gods, that's the thing. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Bunifer her life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took her prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Oh, it's me! Bunifer, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is the tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now, aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of aether, crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of aether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon towards which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or a etheric coalescence, which grants the physical being form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Oh my goodness. Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Bunifer. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal, whom he cannot choose to worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Bunifer. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. That's what I was wondering. I know that once tempered, people can't be untempered. So I was wondering, like, what did they do with them at this point in the story? I didn't realize they killed them. Gods forgive me, how many more lives? Louis Schwab would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Oh, poor Thancred. You did okay, buddy. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But, for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Y'shtola that the Scions would benefit from your aid, and no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Bunifer, or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons. Ooh, I gotta choose. Aha, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom Grand Company of Limsa Lominsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Bunifer, your recent exploits have garnered you the attention of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. They have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Bunifer's deeds spread so quickly that the Immortal Flame should know of her triumph is to be expected, but what of the other Grand Companies? Eep. Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Bells. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant women such as yourself. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together we will ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelves Wood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Bell. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs with the Immortal Flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said, You have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend, as do many other in Limsa. Long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, owing to your various deeds on behalf of our citizens. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lominsa to the shores of glory. Lady Minfilia. Sigh, very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help clarify your thoughts on the matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their representative city-states in times of suffering. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea, the Maelstrom of Limsa Lominsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving a nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day needs not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so, and yet I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, let Bonifer hear our leader speak, then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. What's the matter, Tataru? I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Bonifer, and with it you are capable of doing untold good, yet know that that power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them, yet however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a Grand Company, however, you will be one woman amongst many, a friend among friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving the other. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scion, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Bonifer, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you of where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. So I went with the twin adder on my main person. I think this time I'm going to go with Limsa Lominsa. Mostly because the coat's red and I like it. Tataru, I'm supposed to talk to you. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Bonifer. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly and often to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services. An elder seed seer, Kan Isana, will deliver her address at the Makito Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of services might change. Still, there's not so much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Uldal, where the Flame General Robon Alden will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored that there's to be a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Lominsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merylwib Blowfish, sorry, I don't know your last name, Merylwib, I'll say it's Blowfish, We'll be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Zaethael, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the Remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. I see. I can go wherever I want, and then the services will change based on where I choose to go. I'll do it in order, though. That means it's Gridania first. Let's go. How is this going to interfere with the Christmas stuff that's going on? Because the amphitheater is filled with Christmas decorations and people and snowmen. Alright, I still see people and snowmen and Christmas decorations.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The three Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood, fearful of the Green Wrath. They hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
I see you guys.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer.
That's funny, because, I mean, obviously that's not going to be his voice forever, but it's voiced by, like, one of the people from Critical Role, which is a show I watch on Twitch. It's funny to hear him being Alphino's voice.
The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
So weird.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. Years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Carteneau. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day. For soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed. Each waking hour, a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
It's a good first line, Alisaie.
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity, we must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
All
forest.
the elementals! If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alisaie, at your service.
Hello, you two.
I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
This voice is so weird. Ugh. Yeah, that's better. I'll just read it instead. The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Axel are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it was broken. The Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them, then? That's it? You guys aren't even gonna... Alright. See ya. See you later. Okay. On to the next one. Now, what order did they say to go in? Yeah, they said to go to Ulda first. Or to next. Ulda next. And this one was the Chamber of Rule.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Roban as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold, where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus, was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people. Ya for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Raoban? People of Ul'dah, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you.
That's pretty cute. That's how my cat sits.
Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn!
That is hilarious, with Nanamo sitting on his shoulder like that.
Forsooth!
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
Are you two following me? The Uldahns have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worship the primal Ifrit. Yeah, I just beat him up. Judging by your look of distaste, I can tell you have encountered them. The Uldahns do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees come to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will be will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldan send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they are invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition, which they cannot well sustain. Small wonders, then, that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. Bye, Alize. Bye, Alpha Node. Alright. One more place to go. Back to where it all started in Limsa Lominsa. Maybe we can pick up our next Arcanist quest. Maybe I'll do that first so I don't forget. Wait, already forgot what I was doing. Going to get Arcanist quest. Hi Mom, do you have a new quest for me? Greetings, Bunifer. In case such doubt fills your mind, you should know that I am ever willing to lend an ear if you find your thoughts troubled. Thanks, Mom. At the very least, I would have you know this, because it seems that Kalia does not. The Foreseer has been missing since this morning. There have been other times when she has disappeared without a word, but we have always been able to find her. Alas, that is not the case this day. We're the Guildmaster here. He could deduce her whereabouts with nary a moment's concentration. I find myself beginning to wonder if those who devote themselves overmuch to Arcanima are more prone to bouts of wanderlust. But while I must wish to ponder further such oddities of character, we must needs organize a search party. Would you be so kind as to make inquiries at Hawker's Alley? It is not uncommon for Kalia's wanderings to take the path around the markets. Yep, I'll go ask at the market where she is. You seek a Makoti agent of Melvia's Gate? Why, yes, I have seen her. Spoke with her, in fact. She was, however, apprehended by the Yellow Jackets. The assessor was drilling me for details about Quickwin's smuggling ring based in Aleport, but then the soldiers arrived and took her away. If you wish to know her fate, then I suggest you speak with Grenade of the Coral Tower. Uh-oh. Why would Kalia get arrested? Some Little Mermaid I just heard. This is how it, is this the main story quest? The Remembrance Service. Sure, I'll do that first actually, because, yeah.
Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty Crimson Standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our Grand Company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Carteneau. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
You're so sassy at this point in time, Alpha Node.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding.
I'm trying to think of how he himself describes it at one point. Oh, aggressive ignorance. That's how he describes himself at this point.
Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now, the Curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Ha! Where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
I like the background show. This is good.
Fancy meeting you again.
Yeah, you guys are freaking following me to all these celebrations. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Lominsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lominsians' backyard. And that is to say naught of the internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsians are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. But will you sail with the Admiral? Alice, you're always storming off. Don't you know you're going to be my best friend one day? Link Pearl? Bunifer, this has been Philia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? Yes, it has. A moment ago, you say. What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Will do. So, I will go back and do that, but first I'm going to do my Arcanista Guild thing. Gotta go to the Marauders Guild. Okay. Everyone's in their cute Christmas outfits. I was gonna buy one, but they went on sale today, and today is Christmas, so I would only really wear it today. So I won't get one, but I wanted one, like last week. Oh, we got one here. Forseer Kalia, yes, we brought her in for questioning regarding the reappearance of the pirate Dozmaga. A member of the Arcanist Guild, are you? Then I see no reason to conceal the nature of our discourse. Perhaps you are already aware of this, but the Forseer was once held captive by the rabid sea dog. Few pirates sink to such depths of depravity as Dozmaga. It has been 6 years now since he was exiled from Limsa Lominsa for engaging in the worst kind of black market trading. And now the villain has returned. He is, however, both cunning and cautious, and continues to evade our troops. Thus, we hope to borrow the knowledge from Forseer Kalia, whose experiences have given her an intimate familiarity with the way the scoundrel operates. At least that was our intent. After weathering a barrage of questions from the assessor, we found ourselves, instead, providing the details of our search. Should you wish to speak with Forseer Kalia, I imagine she has already returned safely to your guild. Oh. Okay. Already? So you were led to believe that she had returned here? I'm afraid not. So the Yellow Jackets told you something of her history with Dogsmaga, did they? Perhaps it would be best if I told you the entire tale. Dogsmaga's banishment was the result of a surprise inspection that revealed his involvement in an underground slave trade. The assessor that stepped aboard the pirates' merchant ship spoke of finding dozens of unwashed unfortunate crammed into that squalid hold. Among these prisoners was a young Makoti destined for some black market auction block. Though Kalia was initially too terrified to even speak, the guildmaster brought her out of her fearful daze with the gift of an initiate's grimoire. Yes, the self-same tome that she carried her entire career. Of course, did you not mention that Kalia's grimoire was thrown into the sea? There are rumors that the Quiquern merchant of ill repute has retrieved the black market goods the crew of the Morning Star heaved into the ocean. Even now, he gloats over his salt-encrusted catch in Aleport. It is entirely possible that the Forseer's most prized possession was caught up in the Quiquern's salvage net. I have no doubt that Kalia has reached the same conclusion. To Aleport with you, Bonifer. That is where you will find our wayward assessor. Alright. I guess I'll probably do that before I do the main story stuff. But not right now, because I'm too sleepy. And I'm sorry to not be able to read these words correctly. So I'll stop for now. But I'll probably keep this video going and not end it, because it's not that long yet. It's not 9 hours like my last one. I'm not going to make it that long, but it'll be longer than this. So, see you after the transition.